Mr. George Saltz. George Saltz.
Thank you. Thank you, Bob. Let's hear it for Bob. This was not a good day for me. I found out I was unfriended. Not on Facebook. I read it in the obituaries. Second time this week. Also this week, I woke up one day and my legs were swollen. And so I put on these compression stockings. And it got me thinking, this is another way that I'm different from the young guys. They think of safe sex, I think of safe socks. They want the swelling to go up, I want it to go down. They're busy on the website, I'm with the yurt site. Next month, I will be 83 years old. I'd rather have the time. And I'm not going to lie to you. When you're in your 80s, it comes with a lot of problems. A lot of problems. My biggest problem is I happen to like older women. Where can I find a 95-year-old cougar? They're so hard to come by. And I want one with their own teeth. None of this toothless cougar crap. I used to have no problem. You know, I go to the nearest senior residence, I go to the day room. We called it the petting zoo. But they vanished. I don't know what happened. Another problem I have at my age, doing comedy, I get a lot of teasing from friends and family. My friend's son said, maybe I'll come see you because my new girl likes old Jews. I said, I know an old Jew that likes new girlfriends. And the comics I work with, they're so much younger. They're 50 years younger, some even 60. And I try to blend. I go out with them, have drinks, talk the talk. And some of the young comics are becoming a bad influence on me. The other day, one of them handed me a joint. And force of habit, I rubbed Bengay on it. I felt better. It helped. It helped. And, you know, some of the comics, they have tattoos and all kinds of inscriptions on them. I've got one inscription on me in a rather delicate area. It says, best if used before 1995. My mother had a thing about shelf life of kosher products. I grew up in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Anybody? No? And at that time, rents were low, and it was exclusively Jewish. I didn't know anybody that wasn't. So as a result, I knew nothing about other religions. Even as a teenager, I thought Palm Sunday was what happened when you had no action on Saturday. I can see I'm not the only one either. So. And you'll never guess what I thought the resurrection was all about. And we were, my family was Orthodox, so we were sent to the yeshiva. And in the yeshiva, we were taught by Talmudic scholars, even the English courses, in a very Talmudic fashion. One course would go like this. If a man steals an ox and he sells it to his neighbor for $6, but the ox is worth $12, this man is what we call an oxymoron. They tried to teach us, sex education. If a snake
comes across with another snake and they start to fight and they don't like each other and they can't get along. Soon we have what we call a reptile dysfunction.
We had a rabbi that was dyslexic. He'd go around all day muttering, yo. And I went to Yeshiva High School. And in high school, we had a basketball team. But we didn't have those hottie cheerleaders, you know, those sexy girls, because it was an all-boys team. But we managed to get cheerleaders. Our mothers volunteered. We had 4 little Jewish ladies. They made their own uniform. They came to all the rallies. And they even had a cheer. And it went like this.
So give a big cheer for our yeshiva. Each girl here is a kosher beaver. All day long we say the brochus. You don't like it? Here's the toches.
We lost every game that year. But guess who won the national cheerleading title? So, just one other thing. I was a clinical psychologist, and comics are always asking me personal questions. And one thing the other day, one of them asked me, when is it considered kinky and when is it a perversion? And it's a good question. And I said, if you use a feather, that's kinky. If you use the whole chicken, bingo! Then I found out he was the night manager at Popeyes. Anyway, with all this Yiddish background, who do I fall in love with? You ready? Catherine Mary Teresa Sheridan, all one person. And she converted to Judaism, even mikveh, everything, and we've been happily married for 43 years. And you can applaud on that. And the reason for our success is right from the beginning we made compromises. When I first, we agreed right from the beginning, when we had children, we would raise them to appreciate and observe both religions. So when our eldest son, Sean Yitzchak, when he was 6 years old, we enrolled him in this very special school in Westchester called Our Lady of Perpetual Mitzvahs. And when Sean Yitzchak was bar mitzvahed, the congregation gave him this beautiful all-silk tallis made by Christian Dior. Good then. And every year we would have during the holiday time, our families would get together and we would reminisce and we would sing songs from the past. And the highlight for me would be when my grandfather, we called him Little Zeta. I had Little Zeta and Big Zeta. To give you an idea of how small Little Zeta was, Big Zeta was 4'7". And he loved to sing popular songs and put his own twist on it. And this was his rendition of Santa Claus is Coming to Town.
Yubba boy boy, yubba boy boy, yubba boy boy boy, yoy boy boy. Stanley Schwartz is coming to town. He's such a famous doctor. He drives a big Rolls Royce. Just one flaw in his character. He likes to dress up like a nurse.
Nobody's perfect.
So, you better watch out. Hitzach, my child. Without a doubt, he's a Galiciana Oscar Wilde. When Stanley Schwartz is coming to boy, boy. Thank you very much. I'm George Saltz.
George Saltz. Huh. Let's hear it for George.